So, good morning, my people. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It is Easter Sunday, they say, right? And today is the day they say Christ is risen from the dead. The process of him being crucified went through a lot. And then when he hung there on the cross and they ridiculed and when he needed something to drink, they gave him vinegar and they did all manner of things, spit upon him. There's something that I want to highlight this morning. I want to highlight that thief hanging next to him that they put up in there. And the two thieves, and one of them, while he stood there and going through, he says, "Could you forgive me?" And Christ didn't ridicule him. He didn't have any words at all to him except, "Today you will be with me in paradise." And those words came to me because, you know what? As Christians, the people who we are so quick to ridicule others. We're so quick to feel like we're so perfect that we push other people down. And this morning, before I even get into everything else, I want to talk about these nails. Yeah, I put them on. I had my nails done when I went to Jamaica. I wasn't planning to, but then I thought about just getting my feet done, getting the massage on my feet, getting the nice hot towels, and just doing my feet, right? But when I went there, I decided to do my nails as well. Sometimes we think that when these things happen, we're not Christians and God is not into these things. But let me tell you this thing, why I'm happy I did my nails when I went to Jamaica. When I went down there, regardless of the fact that the lady, she left information in the thing on the Airbnb that there was mosquitoes were a problem sometimes, and I can imagine that. It's tropical. It's what it is. All the beds were netted, so I know mosquitoes were a problem. But she also left a zapper, right? An insect zapper there. But me, I was just in my element. I was just happy. I wasn't thinking. So I did get a few bites, right? I got a few bites. I have one here that is really, here it is, right? That's one bump. I have other bumps, my knee, my elbow. They got some bites while we sat on the veranda. The great thing is that they're itchy, right? When mosquitoes bite you, it's itchy. But you know what happened because these nails were fake? I never broke my skin as I itched them. Because these are plastic here, acrylic, whatever. When you scratch, it rubs, it doesn't dig in. Our nails are sharp. So when we used to go home and get bites, when we come back, we wouldn't have these little things here. We'd have had big marks because when we scratch, our nails were so sharp, it cuts into the skin and would leave ugly marks. So I thought about it this morning and I said, God, I wore these nails and I know people are looking like, oh, I thought she was a Christian. This doesn't change my Christianity. This doesn't change my heart from doing good or for speaking good to people and about people. These nails didn't do that, and it doesn't do that. All right? But today I just thought about how, a lot of times we see people out there because they're in a bar, we think we're better than they are. We hear people listening to different music, and we think that they're so violent and they're so volatile and they're so wicked. They'll never go to, and we need to cut it out. That's my message to us today, guys. Stop for a moment and think. If we are saying we're such Christians, how will we win souls for Christ? Because that's what we need to do, He says, I'm going to make you fishers of men. Not fishers of the fish from the ocean, fishers of men. That means we have to go out in the highways, the byways, the countryside, the rural towns, the big cities, and we're going to have to bring in, we're going to have to catch, we're going to have to fill our nets with souls for Christ. But tell me, if you are so judgmental and you are so holy that you don't want to hear the music, you don't want to go into a bar, you don't want to speak to people who are different, if you don't want those things to happen, you don't want to go on website, you don't want to support people because of the content, how are we going to win people? Tell me, how are we going to win souls for Christ? Because in order for us, remember Paul, in order for us to win them, you got to go in their space. We got to go in their elements. Do we have to do what they do? No. But we have to make sure that we're not isolating them, that we are there for them, we're doing for them as well. And so they can see our good works and glorify God. So please, my people, when we talk about Christianity, let's not be confused. Let's not be confused, but let us think rationally. And again, don't lean to our own understanding, but let God's guidance guide us. Many times we used to say, I remember when we did harvest gathering, in gathering, we have to go out there and beg people money. And all of a sudden, the man in the street, his money was good, because we need their money to bring into church. All of a sudden we see John Brown, and even if he's a drinker, we're begging him something on a card, and we gladly accept it. But we never associate ourselves with John Brown. Because John Brown drinks too much, and John Brown costs too much. But we need to go and explain to John Brown, or live that kind of life, so that John Brown can change. If we're not speaking to them and guiding them, finding out what's going on, why is it that you have to use these words, John Brown is going to continue to use them. So let us remember that, guys, that when the thief was on the cross, Christ, with all the suffering he was going through, he didn't turn his back on them. He knew where he was going and what the outcome would have been, but he didn't leave those thieves there. On that last day, the thieves didn't get a chance to get forgiveness and then go out and tell others or bring others. But he asked forgiveness right then. So let us be careful. As we say, let us stop becoming these judges. I'm not going to support this person because I don't like this and I don't like that. The wheat and the tears must go together. We cannot talk about shifting and pushing the tears by itself, because in so doing, you're going to push out people. You're going to push out a lot of wheat. So let's learn to be humble. Let's not feel like because we're baptized, we feel so hoity-toity and feel like we're better than people. Let's cut it out, people. Let's learn to be humble. Treat everyone the way we want to be treated. Let's do that. Treat people the way we want to be treated. And because of how you treat them, when you talk religion to them, they will hear you. I'm tired. I'm really tired sometimes when people, I talk to people, I don't care. I talk to the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, the fat, the skinny. I talk to people because they're human beings. And no matter how good we think we are, there's so much bad in the best of us and so much good in the worst of us that we must be careful. We're on YouTube and we expect people to support us, but we feel better than supporting others because we're such Christians. It's no such thing. We're all sinners and come short of the glory of God. We sin every second of the day because Christ tells us, the Bible tells us, that we sin in our thoughts. It's not just because we punch somebody in the eye, we stole something from somebody, or we commit adultery. That is wide and open. But even in our thoughts, we're sinning. We're sinful people. So let us humble ourselves. Let us stop thinking that we're better than. Going underwater is nothing. If when we come out from under the waters, because John the Baptist went around and baptized them of water and what have you, that we are holy, we're not. It's a continuous journey. It's a journey of forgiveness and, kindness and going about our way. And people, when we talk about forgiveness, stop confusing forgiveness. Forgiveness means that you have let go of the anger and the frustration. You have let go of the person needs water, you're going to give it to them. But you just don't put yourself back in that situation to go through the same behavior that caused the separation. Somebody punch you in the eye, you're not going to hold on and say, no, I forgive you. I don't know what was happening in your head, but I forgive you. But are you going to get back in the person's company so when they go berserk again, they punch you? No. You forgive them and you move on. You move on. So people feel like when you say, if I forgive, then it means that you lovey-dovey with the people again. No, you don't do that. Because the person is who the person is, and the punishment will come again and again and again. The cursing out, the misunderstandings, all of that will happen again. So you forgive. Oh, I'm not going to hold that in here. Christ tells you, and I said, if we listen to Christ when he speaks to us, we're going to be better off, because he tells you what they did to him at Calvary, what he went through on Calvary's cross. He says, I forgive them. But he says he'll never forget it. So why are we thinking that we're holier than Christ and, you must learn to forgive and forget? Christ tells you, he says, I forgive them, but I will never forget. So this one, I'm just here, guys, just saying to us, let us humble ourselves and stop being so holy. We're not holy. We are sinners. Born in sin, we're shaped in iniquity. Born in sin, shaped in iniquity. And so let us not feel uppity and feel, like we're better than people. In order to win souls, we got to get to where they are. We know better, we do better. Doesn't mean that we can talk to Mr. Brown because he's a drinker, or talk to Mr. Brown because he's committing adultery. It's in talking to him that he's able to understand and can go home and say, look here, I have sinned. I will ask you to forgive me. I know it was rocky here in the relationship and I couldn't take it. I couldn't stand the constant arguing. I couldn't stand it. And when I go out there, this person, when I talk to them, they respect me and make me feel better. And that's why I'm out there. But it's not because I hate you, I just don't like the behaviors. When you talk to people, they can come home and talk like that. But when you just point finger, you just put down, all you create is the anger. Because the person is saying, yep, let them sit down, they talk. Them don't know what me got through. Them don't know me got through. Them don't know what me been going through. So them can stand the outside there and point finger and talk. So let us stop pointing and talking. And let's learn to know the root of things so we can guide and uplift and encourage and empower. That's my message for today, guys. For those of you who celebrate Easter, happy Easter weekend to you. Today is Easter Sunday when Christ is risen from the dead. Some of the Adventists don't really get involved in this holiday because of the dates, how the dates change. They just feel like Christmas time, December 25th, they say that's Christ's birthday. All right, that's it every year. But when Easter, sometimes it's in March, sometimes it's in April. It varies, so they don't believe in that part. We believe in Christ's death and we believe in his resurrection and his ascension. But the holidays, that we don't embrace it. So make it a great day by choice, my people. And remember, it's not the things. These doesn't change who you are. I have my nails. These saved my skin from getting all sorts of cuts and sores when I came back here from scratching mosquito bites. I noticed that I said, okay, when you scratch, it is a soft scratch. It doesn't dig. You can dig into skin when you scratch with these plastic things. It doesn't dig in. It just doesn't even leave a mark. It just like scratches, like it rubs it like, and gives it a nice feeling. But it doesn't dig in and cut the skin. So this saved me, and I'm thankful that I wore them when I went down. And there you have it. Make it a great day by choice. I'm going to continue to dance, guys. Make sure yesterday I had the grandkids. My God, they kept me on my toes. They kept me on my toes. Little Gia is bigger now, is older now. She's almost 2 now, in a few months. She'll make 2 years old. But she's as active and as, man. So I was dead tired. I had to call my son. I said, where are you guys? You need to start driving. We started driving. This was like 9:50. Let me see. I think this was 7:15 or 8:15. I had to ask if they started driving yet. I was so tired. But we got to go outside and we got to do some things. And what I did, I was able to pull up YouTube on the smart TV, and she loves to dance, and I just dance with her. So we spend a lot of time dancing, just dancing to the good old gospel, Jamaican gospel music. So that was worth it. Had a good workout apart from running behind them. We went outside for a minute, but then a squirrel ran up on the ran past us. So we're on one side of the grass, but the squirrel, I think it was under my truck out there in the back, and it ran out and ran up the grass, and she was so frightened. So I had to go to get her down from off the grass, and we came in. But it was a good day regardless, and I'm just here to say thanks to God, Just drink my hot water, and then I dance some more. So remember to keep dancing. I know I have the weight on, and I wish it could just melt off, but it's not going to just melt off. It just have to keep on going, keep on going. I'm thankful for good movement and, able to just do what I do. Again, the arthritis in my lower back. I did so well in Jamaica. Did so perfectly well. Guys, I didn't sneeze. I didn't cough. I was just good. I was able to cook without the strain on my back. It was different. My knee didn't hurt. My back didn't hurt. Maybe like a little bit for one time when I was picking the fish, because I was leaning like that for a while to get the bones out of the fish. But for 95% of my time there, I was so good. I woke up in the morning, I was breathing nicely. It was so good. And I came back, and boy, I got back to this house, and it's just like, it's time to get up and go. Just give the house over to the kids and just go. Just go. That's the prayer mat. Just go. If I think my son is trying to buy one of the places down there. I don't know. It's just something they're thinking about. And then I could just live there and they could take over this here. So I have less to stress about, nothing to stress about. Take care, everybody. Be good to yourselves. Thank you for supporting me on this channel. Help me to continue to grow, guys. I want to reach 4,000 first, and then we're going to 5,000. I'm trying to figure out how to make a breakthrough so that we can continue to grow. But let's see what happens. So thanks for your support, everybody. Thanks for liking. Thanks for sharing the videos. And thanks for stopping by and subscribing. I really, truly appreciate it. Have a great day.